Hello, I'm Vernon Ryan, and I'd like to welcome you to a KK Smart short video snippet. We've decided to create these bite-sized snippets as extracts from all the video and webinar material we produce. Each snippet contains one powerful concept or idea, something that will improve the performance of your website. The intention is that you can grab it quickly and try it on for size. Think how it would impact the way your website fits into your business. When you want more ideas, another concept, come back, get another snippet, or go to our website and explore the material there.
Those are stages to improve the revenue. Some, however, may still be in a situation that they feel the website isn't working. And it seems to us that there are three drivers for making a dramatic change. It could be about a lack of customers and sales, with a caveat. It's mostly about what visitors do once they get to the website, right? And that effective websites change regularly, right? If you've got a website that you're saying is suffering from a lack of customers and sales because you haven't changed it for the last 3 years, that might be more about the problem than, oh, I need a new website. It may be I haven't changed it. They may be bored. The message may not be attuned to what's going on in 2013. There may be new markets and business requirements that you need to fulfill, and your current website doesn't actually do it justice. And finally, it may need a refresh. There may be a change of visual identity that the organization wants, needs, is planning to carry out. So if those are the situations that you're facing as you look to improve the results of your website, what do you do then? Well, I would say consider what course is better. Do you want to add to the current website, or do you want to replace it? I know new's attractive, right? But evolution and building on what you've already got may be a really intelligent answer to how to get to where you want to get to reasonably quickly. You see, before you know it, if you say I'm going to replace it, you'll be revisiting all sorts of things that perhaps aren't broken, perhaps don't need changing. So think about evolution, think about addition, think about adding functionality to cater for these needs. You see, many of people nowadays will actually have quite flexible web platforms. It's a number of years since we were in a situation where most people had purely static websites that you needed to be a web geek to make a change to the content, right? A lot of people, even those who've constructed the websites themselves with the availability of open source, they have content managed websites. There's an editor they can use. They can add pages. They can add pieces of content. So don't forget the estimate, the investment that you've made in time and effort in the current website. You see, all too often I fear the replacement of a website may be driven not so much by necessity, but by ego, by the wish to have something that looks new, that represents you as a go-ahead organization that's got the latest, whizziest website widget on it. Challenge yourself. What are you trying to achieve? What are the aims? And what aims does this affect on the website? What is it you're trying to achieve that you couldn't achieve with the current website? Now, I went looking for some figures, right? And there's a bunch of web designers in the US that did an extensive survey, and they put together some estimates. And these estimates may or may not be appropriate to everybody on the call, but I'll share them with you just to give you an idea as to why I say as much as 80% of the investment in a website should be post-launch. They suggested that if you're going to buy a new website, you're going to buy 50, 60 hours of time. Now, it depends on the rate at which that's costed, But if that's $50 an hour, that's $3,000. £50 an hour, £3,000. Obviously half that, half. But okay, it costs you a reasonable amount of money to actually buy the website. The domain name, next to nothing, $10, $20 a year. The hosting, could be $25, could be a couple of $100 a year. So and some maintenance of bits of code and stuff like that, maybe $600 or $700 a year. But their view, and I wouldn't dissent from this, is that you probably ought to be spending $700, $750 a month on the marketing that leverages this website. So you've got 3, 4, 5 times the investment. Now, not all of that's cash. For many of the people on this call, that investment in a new website and in making the changes after its launch will be time that they spend, but don't underestimate it. If you haven't planned for that scale of work, don't think about it just as the cost of buying a new website, because it's not, right? You've already done a lot of that work on your current website, one hopes. So the open question is, how much of that is salvageable, right? Because if that's the big number, that's one of the things that you might want to think, do I really need to redo that? So what I've laid out for you this afternoon, I hope, are a series of useful thoughts about how you can go about improving the results from your website, about how you can reduce the waste, find the holes, cure the leaks in the bucket before you worry about pouring more stuff into the bucket. But once you've cured some leaks, do think about putting more stuff into the bucket. And how you can go about improving the sales process, the thing that goes on afterwards, in order to capture more revenue, right? And that's from a background where I spend my time looking at the numbers on real websites, looking to help people make the economics stack up. And the role of analytics, as I use it in this, well, it's $150,000 a year subscription for the global companies. For you and I who run smaller businesses, it's free. That subscription bought them a pile of consultancy support and the ability to handle volumes of data arising from the size of their websites that are huge. But it's not about the facilities. It's an enormously capable tool set. It's got the features in it. It's got the events and the goals that can record the visitor taking the bait. It's got the events and the goals to record the goals, like contact details being given as part of the marketing engagement process that we talked about. It's got the facility so you can tag each stage of the seduction so you can instrument your sales pipeline and talk about it and work out how well it's performing and how you can improve matters. And you can put links in the stuff that you produce so you can measure whether people consume.
Okay, that's one snippet. Now, whilst we'll be doing lots of these snippets, they'll come from all sorts of different places, and that means, frankly, they won't be spaced at some neat interval, something in the calendar. So the best plan by far is to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You should find a button above this video. The other thing you can do, of course, is go across to our website, www.kksmarts.com. That's KKSMARTS.com, and have a look at the other stuff that we do. All of our stuff is about making sure that clients get the return on investment they require. This is Vernon Riley saying thanks for watching. Bye for now.